Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to talk to you today about the difference between a story and a news story. Many of you still aren't quite grasping that. We had an assignment last week, and some of you struggled with it, so we're going to try again. A news story is reporting facts and information, it is not opinion. It is not what you, as the writer, think or experience. It is only the information about what happened, why it happened, the five W's and the H. Um, we talked about Little Red Riding Hood last week. Some of you kind of got it, some of you maybe not so much. So we're going to try it again this week. And your assignment is going to be to observe life around you. See what's going on. Find something interesting, and that's what you will write about this week. But you need to make sure that it is not in first person. You cannot say, I saw the man walking across the street with the cat and the hatchet. You can say, a man was seen walking across the street with a cat and a hatchet, but you cannot say I. So I'm going to show you the same story written two different ways. And this week, your assignment is to be an on air reporter. So you're going to write your story, but you're going to record it, the video of it. That means, yes, you have to be on camera. That is one of the requirements. So um, typically, I'm not on camera when I do videos, but here I am. So I'm going to take an experience that I had recently, and I'm going to tell it to you in two different ways. The first way that I'm going to tell it is as if it were a story. I'm just telling you what happened in my home the other day. The second version is the news report. The news report is what you will do and turn in. So make sure you understand the difference. And here we go. The first story is, remember, just me as if I'm telling a friend or telling you in class, which I do frequently, about my animals. And of course, I'm going to write about my animals because it's what I see. Um, so this first story is called Waffles and Rats. Last night, my cat Waffles decided to sleep in the house. He usually likes to stay out on the deck overnight. Not long after we went to bed, we heard banging like something was bumping up against the walls. We figured that Waffles was playing with the lizard that he had brought in earlier, so we just went to sleep. This morning, when I woke up and went downstairs, I was greeted by a dead rat at the base of the staircase. And there was Waffles, arm extended and head held high with pride. He had saved the family from yet another rat invasion. Of course, he's also the cause of said invasion since he brought the rat in from the woods in the first place. I guess Waffles just wants us to know that he can earn his keep. Okay, that's a story. That's a once upon a time story. Um, the next story that you're going to see or hear is the news version of the exact same events. So here we go. This is the news version. This is what you will do this week. And I noticed that some of you decided to jump the gun last week and try to do this assignment, and it wasn't completed yet. So what you did is not correct, and you need to redo it. So here we go. This is the news version of what happened in my house. Happens a lot. My cat likes to kill things. He's really good at it, and we live in the woods, so he's got a lot to kill. All right, so here we go. Cat saves family from rat invasion. A Gastonia cat saved his family from a giant rat last night. Brent and Margarita Capps said that they heard strange noises last night after they went to bed. At first, they thought it might be a burglar, but something kept banging against the walls, and they decided it must be their cat, Waffles, chasing the lizard that he brought in the house earlier that day. He's always bringing wildlife indoors, said Miss Capps. when we spoke to her. But what they found in the morning startled them. At the base of the stairs was a huge, fortunately dead rat. Apparently, Waffles had brought more than a lizard in yesterday. According to the Capps family, he has brought in robins, woodpeckers, snakes, rabbits, and several other woodland creatures and set them free to chase them in the house. It seems that Waffles prefers indoor sports. Or maybe he feels that he's earning his keep by protecting his family from wild animals. I hope you can see the difference in the two stories. It's still me telling the story, but now I'm telling the story as a reporter, as if I didn't experience it, but I'm retelling what happened. And I also made sure that I had everything I needed: who, the cat, or Waffles, what, he saved his family, where, in Gastonia, when, last night, why, to earn his keep, and how he killed a rat. You need to make sure that you have all of those. Now, some of you turned in stories you thought, well, I don't know if you thought there were stories. I don't know what you were thinking. Instead of turning in a story, you just turned in a list of who, what, when, where, why, and how about that football video. Instead of turning it into a story, you just gave me a list. It's important to make that list. That's a cross check for you to make sure that you have all the details you need in your story. But you need to have the story. Now, you're going to record this, and you're going to record it in Canvas. So, um, I'll be showing you how to do that in the lesson video. But right now, I just wanted you to see what a news story looks like versus a story. If you have any questions, I do hope you're coming to class. A lot of people who are struggling with things like this are people who don't bother to come to class. You are required to be there, by the way. So I expect to see you today. See you then.